Well, it's okay.
One second.
There we go.
Okay.
I bet you guys can hear us now.
Good thing we just got the microphone working, because if you would have heard that, woo, we would
We
have
would
got
have been
banned.
canceled forever.
It got spicy.
Oh, it really did.
I can't believe you would say that, Mike.
Well, I
Sorry.
started it, so, I mean, I'll take full accountability.
But for
Like,
him to say things like that.
I mean, it is true.
I mean, let's be honest though. It was Mike. It was only a little offensive.
wow, you guys are still on? I love you, Mike. I want you to know that. That's why we sit next to each other. Anyway, hello, guys. We're Pints and Pistons.
So they missed our whole rainy, sinking, all that stuff.
Yep.
We're sinking in the rainy boat.
Yes, it's quite rainy here, and
It's a Buick.
Yes, it's moist.
it's moist.
We,
Definitely moist.
we swim through our atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's how we be, though.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
that is how we be.
Like, you say that jokingly, but as somebody who's been to the desert and then flown back here, it's not a lie. You get off the plane, you walk out of the airport, and it's like walking into lung soup. You're like, it's hard to breathe for a few minutes when you first get back here. After a week in the desert, it was like totally different.
I imagine your sinuses went nuts flipping between the two.
Oh, it was great for the 4 days I was out there, though.
Oh yeah.
My sinuses were like, this is the greatest thing ever.
And then the 115-degree heat hit.
Oh, so weird, too. I've never been to a place that would be 113 degrees at midnight. It's just as hot in the daytime as it is at nighttime, and it's so weird.
No, but you wake up here and it's 80 plus with 158% humidity.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't breathe here. We just drink the atmosphere.
Yes.
Hey, breathe your
Drink your air.
That's why we like coffee.
We're amphibious.
We are now, anyway.
Yeah. Well, we about to be this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, we're going to turn into Kevin Costner from Waterworld.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is Tina Turner gonna
but
show up?
He found land at the end, though.
He didn't stay, though.
I know.
Didn't feel right.
Why didn't he, though?
He said it didn't feel right.
Didn't. Not for him, though. But he was like, mutated to the circumstances.
Exactly.
So.
I forgot
that's
that was
fair.
Kevin Costner.
And Dennis Hopper
Yeah.
And Dennis Hopper.
as for the leader of the Smokers, the
Mhm.
Oilers, or whatever they called themselves.
Yeah.
The one part of that
Smokers.
movie, the one part of that movie that I just thought was hilarious. I don't know how many people actually caught it. Boat they were sailing on was the Exxon Valdez. Just thought that was amusing as hell.
What movie?
Waterworld.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched it a few months ago because Paige had never seen it. And I was like, what? Like, you need to watch this movie.
I love that movie.
Oh, me
That's
too.
One of my favorite movies, honestly, from that era.
Same here.
Just because it was, everybody hated it, everybody hated on it, and it was like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not a great movie, it's not thought-provoking, but it's a good movie to
Yeah.
watch. Like, it's a fun movie. But that was one of the biggest budget movies to ever
Yeah.
flop.
Yeah.
Like, that thing had a huge budget and
It
just did terribly.
Tank.
They filmed the whole freaking thing on the water.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you know how they got the idea for the movie, right?
Wasn't it a book?
No, they were watching Mad Max and went, we should do that
On the
on
water.
the water.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah, it makes
That's
a lot
literally
of
what they
makes a
said.
lot, It makes a lot of sense, actually.
I wasn't sure. Do you want one? Or
Yeah.
You want? Okay.
Yeah.
What you
No,
got
I just,
there,
I just
buddy?
remember last time you didn't. So.
This is the one I brought, right?
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm going to
hold
try
on,
this
wait,
one, and then
wait,
the other one I'll
wait,
have
hold,
to do
hold on.
sips.
We're drinking beer on this show?
Yeah. That's what these are for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this is another Aldi's beer that I have brought.
Lima Besa.
And-
I like the name.
and
the
I
name
mean,
smash up
If
there.
this is anything like the last Aldi beer that you brought, the
It's
last
going to
Aldi,
be exactly what's in the can. Nothing more, nothing less.
yeah, that was it was exactly what it said it was going to be.
And not for nothing, I kind of appreciate that.
So do I.
Right. No,
Just
it's
saying, like-
respectable.
That's
It
what
is.
I appreciate about you, Squirrely Dan. What were you
I
appreciating?
appreciate you, Squirrely Dan.
I appreciate you guys too.
So what we've got is
Failure.
Lima Vesa, Lime Lager. And that's it. That's all it says.
And it smells like lime.
It
and
just says
smells like
Lima
lager.
Vesa Lime Lager, 4.5% alcohol by volume, 12 fluid ounces. and there is literally no other,
I didn't see anything on the
nothing
box
else
either.
on this can.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I didn't-
it.
I
So-
didn't see anything on the box because I looked at the box.
I think without any further ado,
It's
let's
it,
get into it.
gentlemen. Let's get into her, buds.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Oh, that's good.
And that's
It's-
good.
it's perfect.
That is a lime
It
lager
is a lime
beer.
lager.
Good job,
It's
Aldi.
lager with lime in it. That's what that
Oh,
is.
wait, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
no, there's
whoa,
something
wait,
else
whoa,
there.
whoa.
That's taco night beer right there.
Yeah.
No, but there's something else.
No,
down there.
yeah. Slower sip
Yeah,
and really take in the end.
it's at the end. That's why as soon as I did it, I was like, wait a minute.
All I'm getting
there's-
is the lime peel. The bitter of the lime peel
I'm
at the
getting
end.
sweet key lime.
Who brews this?
Are you getting the sweet key
No.
lime almost on
Yeah.
the
I'm
end?
literally just
It's-
I'm getting lime zest.
No,
That-
I'm
that's what-
getting like almost key lime.
I just get the lime zest.
Yeah, like
ABW Virginia Beach.
that's good.
Oh yeah, it's good.
That's
It's
actually
just
really
there,
good.
There
You
was
know, this-
something else.
Kind of ties in what we were talking about before. Your growing appreciation for the first gen Prius.
Right.
Does what it says it'll do.
Right.
That's
This is what's on the can. It's what's on the can, nothing else. This is an Aldi's beer, as I had said.
Oh, it
Hey,
is.
Yeah, this is another Aldi beer.
Look, she kind of almost thick a little bit, but
yeah.
It's beer. There's
With
no
lime.
there's no flourish. There's no flair. It's
Beer.
a lager, and
With-
it has lime in it.
that's honestly like
We were
Good.
talking about this earlier. I've been talking
really
about the
good,
first
yeah.
gen Prius. There's started to develop kind of a cult following for those, and I'm starting to like gain a little respect for them. We've always laughed at them and joked at them and made fun of them because they were Priuses, but
But what it came down to was it
People
wasn't
are-
so much the cars themselves. It was the people that bought them at first.
right.
but
You
I
know,
think
the kinds of people that walked around sniffing their own farts.
well, I
South Park
think
did
I
it,
think
yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
question surrounding that is it Priuses or Prii?
It's pre-eye. It's like a cat
Or
guy.
the Prius, as Clarkson would say.
Prius.
It's a pre-eye.
Prii. What do you call a gaggle of Prius?
That.
Well, you
HOA.
used to call it
An
a
HOA.
smug,
Oh no,
Yes,
you call
a
it
cloud
an
of
a
smug.
cloud of smug.
No, you call it an HOA.
Yeah.
It's an HOA.
A gathering of Priuses is called an HOA.
What's-
That is now canon and will forever exist.
You know what put the Prius on the map for me? That episode of that show Weeds, where the gangster dude is
Oh
talking,
yes,
You
yes.
can
talking-
sneak up all quiet and stuff.
and he's like, "You go."
Yeah.
It's all quiet and low key and shit.
I
Thank
never,
you.
I
Like,
never, I
thank
never.
you.
I
What's
never
happened
watched
is
the
like
show,
third
but I
owners
saw
are getting
that
a hold of these
that
cars now,
thing.
and they're becoming, it's less about it being smug and more about it being, this is a well-built machine that does exactly what you need it to do, which is be cheap, reliable, and economical.
Well,
Because
it's kind of
one
like
of
how I
those-
was saying. They're hitting their insight wave.
Well,
That's what's
and,
happening.
and even when the batteries go, you can spend, which
Ooh.
isn't a lot of money, like
Couple grand.
$2,000
Couple grand for a whole new battery pack.
that will last you
Another 100,000 miles.
plus, or just don't even do it, and you still have a car with a super reliable Toyota engine that still gets 30 miles to the gallon.
Right.
Speaking of batteries,
And honestly, if you did that with the Prius and just pulled the battery pack out
You're saving a
surprised.
shit ton
for
of
the
weight.
weight, yeah, then your city fuel economy will go up
Way
just
up,
because you're
yeah.
not having to get that extra weight moving.
speaking of batteries, though, a certain undisclosed car brand has a vehicle.
Is it Daewoo?
It's Daewoo. it,
That was
You
it!
weren't supposed-
That was it!
you, s-
It
I
was a
saw a
diff-
Daewoo!
Look at
That's
it go!
what it was!
See,
That's what
aren't
it
you
was!
happy I brought the
Yes.
Daewoo up?
No one's ever been happy that Daewoo has been brought up
No,
ever.
no, it was
Hey, but
one
they're
of those.
Korean.
Right there.
Except for
They
him.
are Korean, though.
I know. Okay, guys, sorry.
So that
'cause
falls
all,
below.
all day long, there was earlier this week. There was a car spot that I saw, and I should have just sent it to you guys in the message but I didn't. I was like, I'll tell him on Friday, and I completely like spaced. I'm like, I've been walking around going, what the hell? What did I see? What the hell was it? That's what it was.
Yeah, he has been walking around in a slightly confused daze over
That
this.
is kind of exciting because you saw the last one.
I know.
But here's the next break. Which model day?
Oh, it was the wagon, the bubble back wagon. I
Oh,
think it starts with
so
an
not
L.
the one that became the Pontiac Le Mans.
No, it was the. I think it starts with an L. I know.
Lanos?
Oh, the
They,
Laganza.
they all started with an
No,
L.
no.
It was like a
The-
Lagos and a Lanos.
the Laganza.
Yeah,
Laganza.
yeah,
The Laganza.
yeah, it had a G in it.
The Laganza.
But so a certain undisclosed car manufacturer that a few of us tend to work for has a vehicle that is a hybrid, that is a 2013 model, or sorry, 2014 that needs a battery, covered under the manufacturer's warranty because the people are the original owner and it was provided with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Oh, so these people didn't buy a car; they bought a warranty.
Yeah.
Well,
It
that's
came
what
with a
you-
car.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you buy when you buy a Kia.
Car has been there since, I want to say either February or March, and we finally got to order the battery at the beginning of July, and it's on intergalactic back order, and said battery costs $14,800,
Mechanically totaled.
Yep.
but it's covered by the manufacturer warranty.
That's like David Tracy, Autopian.
Mm-hmm.
He bought his BMW i3 with a bad battery, and then after he got that, he learned that California specifically requires a really long battery warranty on the EVs that were sold at the time. Took it to the dealership, got a new battery. Covered.
So this car literally needs to pay rent by now. It has cobwebs surrounding the whole base of the car. The tires are going flat. And the people have another car and they said that's fine, just let it sit till the battery comes in. And the warranty of said manufacturer is paying $14,800 just for the part.
How much is what's the estimated labor on that?
I don't know. I don't deal with that, but I would have to say me guesstimating
For like 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 to 5 hours
Yeah.
total, including diag program, replacement, and everything.
So 500 to 700.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's just it's crazy. Like,
Well, talk about that with the batteries. Hoovy picked up a $700 Fiat 500e.
mhm. Which I didn't know the Fiat 500e existed till he got one. I didn't realize that was a little e-mobile.
Yeah, they're supposed to have like 120-ish miles of range. His shows 75 miles of range, and it only gets actual of about 20.
My
So the
e-bike,
battery is cooked.
my e-bike does better than that.
And the battery was like $15-something thousand.
I
It was
can do 42 miles on my e-bike with all electric.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, it started out with 120-something miles, and it's no longer doing that. But basically, that's a car that Wizard put one part in it that's kind of a known failure point for it, and he was told that the car didn't even move on its own power, and it does everything it's supposed to do except go 129 miles. Like everything in it works. The whole car is in really good shape. He paid $700 for it. One that's actually running and driving is probably worth $2,500 to $3,000, and it's 10 times that to replace the battery in it. So it's a perfectly good car that is mechanically totaled because of the battery cost, which is going to happen to a lot of Teslas, even though somebody that made the Teslas said these cars will never depreciate and they'll never end up in a junkyard.
Hold on really quick on that car though. That makes it to where that would be a perfect if you live in like a little neighborhood or something like that. Instead of
And you don't
spending
travel outside of it.
instead of spending $5,000 on a golf cart, you spend $700 on a Fiat
Yeah.
with AC and all that stuff. You're not going.
A golf cart with AC.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
just going in your little neighborhood and all that. Boom,
Sabrina from here to work.
boom. That would be
Well, apparently,
But the
they're,
only,
like,
but the
really
only
zippy,
problem
too,
is
and everything.
that kind of battery degradation is just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Within a year, that 20 miles will be 2 miles.
Yeah, and but putz around in it and F around with it for a year for $700.
Speaking of,
I mean, that's-
And then at that point, scrap it.
speaking of batteries, by the way, So
No,
I've been reading some stuff.
then we start experimenting.
Right. So speaking of batteries, by the way, so I've always been a rejecter of EVs based on my scientific understanding of batteries. The batteries are what make current EVs unviable, right? Samsung has a new battery tech that it is working on, and they are moving into production with this already. That looks like it might be the solution to that problem. It's called a solid state battery.
Yeah, that's they've been messing with that thing for 5-6 years.
They've been messing around with it for a couple of years now. They're now moving into production phases with it. They say that they're going to have full commercial production ready by next year. They've already provided test samples to car manufacturers and stuff to try it. We're talking about 600 miles of range with a 9-minute charge time.
Are they utilizing lithium or
No? It's a solid state battery. It's something different. I haven't read into like what the actual chemical makeup is.
Rutabagas.
It's like ruithium or something like that. I wonder if they're utilizing that.
I don't know, but they're calling them solid state batteries, which tells me it's not a chemical battery.
No,
because a lithium ion battery is a chemical battery.
Correct. Lithium's an actual ore that is a very electronically friendly, conductive, natural substance.
But I'm saying, as far as like a commercially viable,
I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that now.
Solid state battery.
Is that stuff
doing
also
what they
mined
say.
by child slaves in Africa?
I was just about to say, yeah, but you're gonna ruin Africa with it.
Like, if that's true, though, if the things they're saying about that battery are true, that's the solution to that problem. That's what makes EVs real and an actual contender to being a complete replacement for.
And that'll outdo
Nice
the highest range EV in the world right now, which is Lucid.
But you still need infrastructure.
Correct. You still need the charging.
And the people who are most like the best people to use an electric car, those who live in a city, most of them don't have a place to park their car except street parking.
Right. But with a 9-minute charge time, you eliminate that problem. You don't have to charge at home. You're literally pulling into a gas station, plugging in, going inside, paying, and coming back out, and you're charged.
Yeah.
So, it's not an hour and a half of sitting at the Wawa, parked in the back, waiting for your Tesla to charge.
It's so funny, too, with that. How
Every time you drive through Wawa, that bank of Tesla chargers is packed full of people in their Teslas just sitting there going, I'd really like to be driving somewhere right now, but I'm not because I'm waiting on this battery to charge.
And then they sit in it and use the AC, and it just makes it even longer of a
Yes.
drive time.
Ah.
Oh, that Mustang. Every time.
My fellow 4 points lower.
See, you absolutely hated the new technology that Toyota is prototyping with
Yeah, I do.
I find it
It's dumb as
absolutely
fuck.
wonderful.
It's retarded. I'll take 3.
It's
Yeah.
dumb as shit.
I love
Like,
it.
I agree that it's dumb as shit. I'll take one.
It's so nice. Like, it's cool. Like,
No, it's not.
Also,
Because
and
you
the
forget,
other-
I will sit in front of a television and pretend to shift gears.
exactly.
So, being in a real car pretending to shift gears is just as good to do.
Yeah.
in the other side of the EV market, with the same undisclosed manufacturer that some of us might know about, we have a vehicle on the floor of the showroom that's brandishing the EV-ness. It's an EV SUV. It's sat there for quite a while. No one's had the money to buy it.
So it's bricked?
But not by what you would think. Because what I didn't realize is, I don't know about other EVs because I haven't brushed up on my knowledge, but at least with this particular brand, what powers everything to get it going to charge everything
Is the 12-volt battery?
is the 12-volt battery.
12-volt battery brick, go bad, it's bricked.
And it's a special 12-volt battery, apparently, allegedly, supposedly. When I really wish that like I had the balls to cut one open or something, because I put it next to the same battery of the same group size, apples to apples, and the amperage and everything and the voltage is all reading the same, and I'm like, what's so different?
AGM.
No, not even. They just give you the mystery illusion of
It's the little port on the side for the acid to drain out.
it's an E group. Like, okay. Lead acid, AGM, no, E group.
No, it's the branding.
And the problem is
Hashtag branding.
is when you look at the battery, you take it and put it next to its lead acid relative, next to its AGM relative. You can't see what's going on. I'm genuinely curious as to what's happening inside this battery that makes it so vastly different and hard to obtain than the other batteries.
So
Unless it has a built-in charge monitor circuit or something like that.
But there's
No,
it's
no.
got two posts.
what it is what it is so when the underpants gnomes steal all your underpants, they put them into those batteries, and that makes the thing.
No, all the denim,
No,
layered
it's
up.
because it has a quantum infundibulator chip in the top of it.
Well, the quantum infundibulator
No,
chip
no,
wouldn't
wait,
work
no,
with
wait
the
a
right
minute.
amount of pressed denim.
No.
That's the thing.
He may have solved the mystery. Because it was always steel underpants, question mark, profit.
They're making batteries out
See?
of it. Oh!
See?
It's been 20 years.
Exactly.
We solved it.
You're hired.
The underpants gnomes are making batteries. We've always
I told you.
wondered.
It's like I'm sitting here and I even went to Ed and I brought the batteries and put them in front of him, lugging them. And like, what's the difference? And he's like,
The price.
like, and I was like, I had the multimeter. I'm like, look, look.
If you put your ear to it, you'll hear the wonderful song.
Like what? And it is. It's $126 more expensive than the AGM
Oh, wow.
version, and it's an H5 group, which is you can go to friggin' Rural King and get an H5 battery.
Yeah. Well, Incel Camino, all the other Teslas use a 12-volt battery for all that stuff, but the Incel Camino uses a 48-volt battery.
Ouch. That has to hurt.
And yeah, seeing those things on
Would
the
that be like
it's-
a marine battery almost?
No, Marines.
well,
are
most
still
marine
12.
batteries are 12 volts, but they're deep cycle.
Oh.
48 generally is a daisy chain setup, but that's
Oh, yeah,
obviously
yeah,
not. So
yeah.
that's probably
That's what I
probably like
got
an
my
18 cell
That-
freaking
that's what I got
battery. That's a
in-
hefty mofo.
But it's not that big.
It's probably lithium. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's a small lithium
See,
battery.
that's what I got in my auto scrubbers. I got 3 daisy chain ones, and they weigh about, I think they're 80 pounds a piece.
Oh,
Well, if it's
heavy
lithium,
boys.
I was gonna say if it's lithium, it weighs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the thing about lithium.
yeah,
it's
like-
light too.
No, they're the AGMs.
AGMs.
And
They're probably 8D is the battery size. They're about this big, and they have like rope handles.
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
mine's
sides.
got rope handles.
Yep, they're probably 8Ds.
And it's one of those. They are, I think, $400
Semi-trucks
something
use
dollars a piece.
and some RVs use them.
Yeah, that's what it says. RV on. It's an RV.
Yeah,
on.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly what that
Cycle
is.
RV batteries.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they cost, but Excess Power makes that size battery in a lithium, and they're like 20% the weight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lithium.
Yeah, like a lithium battery that fits my car weighs like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like you can
But
literally.
they're $450.
Yeah, but I could just take it and go, here, have that.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
like that hollowed out battery we have at work.
No, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of like that. But it actually does things.
You ever seen one of those? The empty battery, it doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah.
You walk over acting like it's all heavy, and you go, here, take this. And they go, phew, and they throw it in the air because it looks heavy.
Yeah, we
No.
used to do kitchen pranks with empty potato boxes.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
always
the
fun.
best thing is at the technical school him and I went to.
Except we would throw them at the other guy.
Oh no, we do.
Yeah,
but
we throw it at people.
When we were at the technical school, though, we had one, and we would do it to people. Wait a few months, then we would fill it with wheel weights and do it again, and make it heavier than a traditional battery.
Oh boy. So we actually got a lot to talk about, and we've wasted 30 minutes talking about ourselves.
That's because we're awesome.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We don't schedule like.
Anyway,
Turbski. I wish mine did all the turbo like stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll sort it out.
It does some.
But speaking of Turbskis, Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. 102,000 Tundras are getting new engines.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that sort of popped up on the Tundras is transmissions, both automatic and manuals, failing.
There's manual Tundras?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them failing
in the
with,
US?
Yeah.
Like
And
the full size?
yeah.
Really?
and some of them failing with less than 1,000 miles
I've-
on them.
Like, no, I'm sorry. I've never heard that their full size trucks have
Yeah.
manuals.
We don't live in the right area for it.
No.
Colorado.
But yeah, Toyota's like 102 or 112,000 Tundras with the new twin turbo V6s are getting new engines for recall because
Whoops.
they've done bad engine braking things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the same mistake as another manufacturer made notoriously of not cleaning the debris out after machining the engine.
Oh, and we just was it last week?
Now
Was
I will
it
say-
last week that
I've seen people draw the comparisons to the 2.7s in the Broncos dropping valves, but the 2.7 Ford narrowed that down real quick. Hey, it was these engines produced between this date and this date that used parts from this supplier.
Oh yeah, it's
Bam.
generally.
But Toyota was like kind of pushing it off until finally they had to issue a recall because so many of them.
A lot of them were built on a Friday.
Just so many of them were
No,
breaking.
it was like within the past couple weeks, because Chris had mentioned it to me. There was a remanufactured engine he was putting in a car, and they left like the media debris. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and Chris is like, "Dude, you gotta come see this," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Look," and all the fucking intake ports full of media debris.
Now was this on the
Like abrasive.
Now was this on the reman engine?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my god!
Right out of the crate, and he literally took it out of the crate, bolted it in the car, and
That's
then
fine. That just it helps self polish
And he's like-
the bores and the cylinders.
No, but
Wow,
that reminds me of the Honda one that went silent. I feel like with the Civics. And I want to say it's like 2013 to 15 Civics. They used the wrong rod bearings and did not clear everything correctly, and there was a really big brash of Civics, including the first of the newer Type R's that had problems with rod bearing clearance because they had the wrong rod bearings. in them.
Yeah. That's not good.
No, and that was kind of like a silent, like, not a lot of people heard about that or anything until one of my buddies who works for Honda was like, "Oh, you guys think you're bad with, those cars, like, you should see the Civics from this time." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he told me about it, and I went and read into it, and yeah, it was a thing. Where the robots had the wrong rod bearings, and, the robots did the robot thing. And then you got people at 200-300 miles knocking.
Ooh. Ugh. That's bad. Okay.
Especially with Honda,
Yeah.
how Honda
I
was.
was gonna say I don't
or
think I've
is.
ever heard of like a major recall like that from Honda.
But did you guys happen to see that screenshot I sent to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
chat?
yeah.
Yeah.
Which was funny enough that the guy's name was Daniel. but
Yes.
I guess Mazda's going full BMW.
Now, see, on the thing that with that, when I saw keyless entry,
Usually,
so would
usually
that
that
be
means
like
from
your-
the phone,
like that's what I was wondering.
like the My Ford app and stuff like
or
that.
would it be like you're literally hitting your key fob and it's like, you're not out in your car?
I don't think they will try that because Toyota kind of tried that last year,
Yeah, and no, it's the
and
phone.
everybody went, "What?"
but not for nothing.
Toyota backtracked real quick on
with
that.
the phone thing, I think it's really stupid that any manufacturer offers that because my 2010 Mazda, I can walk up to the car and I can have my keys in my pocket and I can press the little button and it unlocks. Why would I take my phone out and go, "All right, hold on," and they go, and unlock it? Like, I think that's a stupid feature to begin with. But the remote start, from what I've read, and there hasn't been many accounts, but there's been people saying that it is linked to the key fob. And I think that's...
Some of those with like My Ford, like if your car is in a parking lot, As long as it's got an internet connection.
Is that why on our display, like it has the Wi-Fi thing? It's like connect to a Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
your car.
No, you have LT.
No, you have
LTE.
onboard Wi-Fi.
LTG.
LTE.
Yeah,
That's
LTE.
pretty cool,
You have
actually.
built-in Wi-Fi. You have a built-in cell phone essentially in that radio,
Yep.
and it's hooked to a cell signal.
Yep.
So
If
your
you
vehicles,
set it up through AT&T, you can have AT&T.
your truck becomes a
Wi-Fi.
mobile hotspot.
Yes. And you can have the Ford app. You can lock, unlock, and start your truck
From wherever.
from anywhere. You can be 1,000 miles away and
And as
start.
long as you have an intersect and your truck has an internet signal,
Ah. Okay.
It's like $10 a month through AT&T. My truck does it too.
the drawback of that is once you activate and give your truck access to the worldwide, the webs, the interwebs,
IP stealing software.
and it wants to phone home,
Yep.
transmit data about you.
It
Without
transmits data about you. It gives them the opportunity to turn off features if they so decide.
Like BMW and Mazda.
Like the way BMW be like, nah, you ain't allowed to have heated seats no more.
You ain't allowed to have CarPlay. That
Like,
was
what?
BMW actually locked Apple CarPlay behind a paywall.
It's stupid. I'm sorry, but if it's a
At the same time that you
if it's a factory installed option,
At-
F you, I should have the rights to using it.
Bingo.
Thank you. Like,
Because that's kind of what they're looking at now is they're wanting to move things to subscription service because for the internet and streaming TV and radio and all that stuff, it's been gangbusters. It's worked really well. So the auto manufacturers are looking at that and going, you know what? We can screw these people when they buy a car. We can screw these people when they come to our dealership to service the car. And we can continue to screw them every month just to make them have shit in their car that works.
you can tell those are the salesmen that work their way up in the corner.
No, it's Harvard MBAs.
I know.
It's the same people that run private equity firms and venture capital firms.
Which go into our topic.
Hey!
You're welcome.
I am on a roll. today.
You are so welcome for
Look at
that.
that segue right there.
Hold on, let me.
I
Oh god, now I want a segue just to
No,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
like
no.
segue.
No, turn back around.
Yes,
we need a segue to ride around in.
Yes.
We're segueing into the next segment.
Yes, I absolutely did that on purpose, just for you. So we've got Donut, Hoonigan,
Mm-hmm.
Throttle House, or Throttle.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've
That's
got
the name of it.
and it happened to the Drive several years ago, like the original The Drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Chris Harris and Matt Farah and all those guys. You know, that started the original thing, or that were like the presenters on the original thing. It happened to them too. But you've got private equity firms that are buying up these YouTube channels to conglomerate media, and it ruins the content.
Yep.
And the people that work their ass off to build it and do what they do have said, "Nah, we're out,"
Yep.
and started their own things.
Yep.
And-
Humphrey just even left Donut Annette, so we no longer got popping out.
And I'm really hoping what ends up happening is all these private equity firms that are doing that take a massive bath on all these channels that they're buying out.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't realize what they're buying. They're not buying a channel, they're buying talent. The talent is what made that channel
Yeah,
what it was.
exactly.
But also,
So-
if you look, they're buying like the ones with like the millions and millions and millions of subscribers type deal. They're going after money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
but
that.
those
They're go-
subscribers disappear as soon as the talent
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, that's what they don't understand. It's not.
Yeah,
Because private equity, so the way private equity works is they buy something, they load it up with debt, and then they flip it for profit.
Or they just kill it with all and let the debt go with it.
Right. Because it's one of those they're looking to like, hey, they're making all this money off of all these shows that they're doing, but also you gotta look at their merchandise sales
Right.
and all that from all these shows. But now you're taking away, a lot of like the people that like their sayings or whatnot were on
Yeah.
fucking t-shirts and all that.
Well, I
And
think
it's
they're
like,
thinking
oh,
of it like, I think they're, the thoughts is they're buying a well-oiled machine.
but they don't
basically-
realize
But
it's
then,
not.
but then once
But
they
they don't
get that
realize that.
well-oiled
Yeah.
machine, instead of just leaving it alone and letting these people do what they do
Like,
and
oh, well,
continue
we
to
want
do,
this, and then
they make changes.
Correct.
They make changes. Not so much for the talent that's on camera doing it. They make changes to the stuff behind the scenes, and then they make it difficult for the people on the
Yeah.
talent on the camera to do what they do. and they try to cut costs elsewhere, and then eventually the people that are doing what they do realize they can't do it, and they're hamstrung, and they're like, I'm done.
It's almost like
Right.
they feel like they're buying a like an actual like TV station type deal.
Right.
You know.
I mean,
Right.
so far I actually kind of think like, I think Hurt from Hoonigan's probably going to be the one that comes out the best out of all of the talent that's jumped ship like that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because he teamed up with
T-Pain with Nappy Boy Automotive, and
Yeah.
like I said, watching Hurt's videos now, you can just tell the guy's relaxed and enjoying
Oh,
doing
yeah.
his own
and
thing.
then also you got T-Pain, who is like the nicest guy friggin' ever. Like they're having fun. Like
yeah,
and it's one of those like, yeah, there is money there because T-Pain
Yeah.
T-Pain, but it's not like they're going over the top and all that. They're not going over the top at all. They're just keeping it like backyard garage, just having fun. Just hey, we're going to a full-on drift event. It's our first one ever. I've never done this before. Cool.
yeah,
let's
we're
go.
we're going to I'm taking Torquestein to Drift Appalachia. Let's go.
Yeah.
And just hanging out and having fun doing stuff like that. I mean, Hurt's a vibe.
Right.
But it's even the couple people that have left Donut and started. They already started their channel. I forgot what it's called, Big Something. Their videos that they put out have been really good. It's like Old Donut. And
Yeah.
that. Like,
And
it's
then you've also-
it's actually really entertaining. It's not full of ads and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not over the top stuff.
Like, but it's fun. Like they bought like an old cab over for like 10 grand. Just to daily drive it. He's
Yeah.
like, do you know how?
Budget Ferrari 360.
Yeah.
Just picked up a sweetheart of a full
There
S15
you go.
swap 240.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Which he paid when he bought that. I know it wasn't manual, but he paid 47 grand for that car.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, like,
But then he's done the manual conversion.
yeah, that thing's rad.
Oh, he's hunting.
Oh yeah. All right, let me grab the.
But yeah, the F1 transmission in those cars is just like the SMG and the M3s.
Correct.
It's the manual transmission. It just
Yeah.
has all the hydraulic shit on top of it, with the TCU and the SMG pumps and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yank all that stuff out, make a couple of modifications to the gearbox, throw a shifter in it, and a tune, bam, manual car. But of course it's 360, so now it's a gated manual.
And it's funny too, like how Vin brought up. He was saying like, even though this car has 400 horsepower, all the newer cars nowadays have that much. And he's like, a Tesla can beat me off the line and
Yeah.
everything, but this car is for the experience.
Yeah.
And he said, and it's still faster than most, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's not, and it's for the driving experience.
Well,
And-
the guys that came up and picked up the Cobra,
right.
the one guy was like, he was conceived like, man, I was like, I just hope this is too much car for him, talking about the young guy that actually bought it.
Thank you.
And I looked right at him, I'm like, you can get this car running, bang first gear, bang shift second gear, gently hit third gear, rip fourth gear, make all kinds of sound, have all the fun, have the experience, and then get smoked by a minivan. Talking about the Cobra.
Oh yeah.
When the guy was picking it up with for the steps on or whatever, it's like, I hope this isn't too much car for him. That kind of thing.
Well, that was like, Vin said too, he's like, a new Maxima can destroy this Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
He's
yeah.
like, but the Ferrari's going to sound way better.
Well, it's like that meme that we always see that has like the guy pulled up to a stoplight next to a Altima, and he's in a later C3 Corvette and all that. And he's like, man, I'll totally smoke it. And he's like, I don't care. And he's like, I'm gonna do a burnout. Does a burnout goes off there? Yeah, it's 150 horsepower, but look at my mullet.
And then the Altima,
Hey, Mike.
And then the
There he
Altima
is.
with its V6 and CVT goes.
Sorry about that.
"Blah."
Ooh, interesting.
Found this at Publix.
Are you sure we haven't had this one before?
I'm pretty sure because I went through I saw it on the shelf and went through the list and I didn't see it. Although it's not stopped us from doing duplicates before.
No, I'm almost positive we've never had this.
Or did we do like a lemon one?
We've
I
probably
know
had
we've
one
I
of
don't
done
the
think
I
it's
know we've
had
done
this one,
lemon
to be
days.
honest.
Yeah, we've done lemon days.
That might have been the thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, it smells
berry
so
days.
good.
I wish I could smell it.
Dude, I wish you could.
You know
too.
what blackberries and raspberries smell like?
Yeah.
It smells like Bath and Body Works.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but without the soap smell,
Gotcha.
and hopefully without the soap taste. So anyway, this is Swamphead Brewery. It's out of Gainesville. This is their Berry Days Berliner Weiss, 12 ounces and 4% alcohol.
4.5.
4.5.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I just spilled shit everywhere. No,
That was condensation.
No, it was not. I tipped the can upside down. Apparently, still had some in there, and I just spilled it all in my hand.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh,
That's berry. Berry.
that is sour. That's tart. I like that.
Tart. Yeah, finish is tart.
Like a
Not
hot
dry, just tart.
Ooh, that's good. Hold on, I need to rinse off my
Like-
hand really quick. This-
Like a sour candy sour.
Kinda.
I like it.
I'm okay with this.
Refreshing.
By the way, I just got a message from Wayne from Wrench Monkeys because they're at Miata's at the Gap, Tail of Dragon. And last night, Miata Blue Head Gasket changed this morning at the Airbnb in the parking lot
Nice.
back on the Dragon. Still getting texts from the pictures. Yeah, Wayne's Miata head gasket delete last night at the Tail of the Dragon.
Oh,
Replaced this morning, back on the Dragon, going. At the Airbnb.
Updating
too.
the beer list.
That is delicious, though.
That
That,
is
that
delicious.
That's like a tart candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely tart on the end, but then after you just sort of let it sit for a little while,
But
it's
yeah.
not dry.
but it's not. It's. Well, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's not like a sour ale. Which those ones are just. Bleh.
It doesn't have. It's not a milk sour.
Or even a regular
No,
sour.
and it stays
This isn't
juicy.
even. This isn't
Yeah,
even
it's
a regular
like juicy.
sour.
It
It's
stays
tart.
juicy.
It's sour candy sour.
That's
I like
good.
it.
I had optimistic feelings for that, and I'm happy now because it's really good.
Yeah.
What did Mike say?
331 turns and 11 miles.
Yep.
Have
I
we ever?
wanna-
Has anybody ever counted the
Gator? No.
Ozello Trail?
It's
50,
on
53,
53
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say
14
it's
miles.
on that thing.
10,
10.
9.9. 8 minutes, 22 seconds with 100 horsepower. Just saying.
I wonder what the expedition will do.
You get a time in the expedition. I'll get a time in the Ranger. We'll find out.
Because I gotta say, you put that thing in sport mode. I mean, you saw it. We even
Yeah.
that BMW was trying to get some fucking sport mode. Let's go.
I love that about the Ranger. The Ranger is so much fun to get kills with
There was
because
when-
these sports
In
cars
Mexico.
they don't know what's coming. They
Oh,
don't.
no,
They
no,
look over
no.
and they go, "I have no idea what's about
it was
to happen."
it was
here."
one of those like we
Tail of the Gecko in Bradenton. It's off Route 64.
Ooh,
Really?
like that get
Bit of a drive to get down there,
but
but
still,
Is he over
yeah.
Oh, hey,
I mean, we got a gecko right there with a flicking tail.
Yeah.
It's such a pretty gecko, too.
No, we didn't even have to go to Mexico because you can ask Chris. We literally only did 5 over the speed limit. Like we did. It was a 60 zone anyway, and but this BMW just pulled up next to us making noises and all that, and he started to get hot and heavy going off of the light.
He said that
I went-
the expedition delivered the
I went-
sauce.
Sport mode, sport transmission,
yep, here we go.
and yeah, this was all 4 of us in it, and Sabrina's like, "Get him!" I'm like, "Okay." Fucking, you heard him downshift a couple, and you gotta keep up.
Well, that's what, when Leadfoot opens the drag strip, the CX-5 is going there, baby. Sport mode and all.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the back seats out and everything. I'm going full pull.
But see, I can't like.
I only-
fold everything down for aerodynamics.
No, that'll
I-
just get your center of gravity will get down.
I
Yeah,
only have like
yeah.
180 horsepower, I think, in the CX-5, something like that. So I need every bit of weight reduction I can get.
Yeah, but I also have 6,000 pounds.
5,500 at least.
Yeah.
I've never looked up what is the Ranger.
No, no, it was 56. It was
Yeah.
56 because when we were right, John looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5,600
pounds.
pounds.
And maybe if I'm actually running full boost in my car, I'll bring it.
370 horse and 470 torque. It was
Yeah.
only at 315 though.
Like I said, it was a
'Cause-
little lag. When I hit it, it was a little laggy off the line, but then once it got rolling, it picked up and it just went.
Well, once I get all my stuff
Well,
sorted
and
out,
that's with the stock tune. It does
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If I can just get a little bit better tune, it wouldn't be so laggy.
well, once I get my stuff sorted out, I should be between 360 to 380 to the
41
wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's respectable. That's pretty light,
How much is
actually,
it?
for
It
that
is.
size of a truck.
It is.
what is it?
My Ranger,
Yeah,
44, 41.
that's not bad at all.
That's light. Like,
My-
that's light for
Hey,
that size of a truck.
Yeah, but you also
My-
have 4-wheel drive, so you'll be able to do a 4-wheel drive.
my
Yes.
my car without people in it is 38 something.
Right.
Now,
So
with your 4-wheel drive, you're able to launch in 4-wheel drive, and at 40, it automatically does a 2-wheel
Correct.
drive. Yeah.
It shifts itself out in between gears.
Yeah.
see, that's nifty.
Yeah.
That's nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he's
I
able
can-
he's able to get
I
his
can
60-foot. Perfect.
Sport mode, 4 high, lock it down, and I can brake boost it to launch it. And I can rev it up to 3 grand and build boost, and then let off the brake and stomp it, and it'll launch. And then when it shifts, I think it's when it hits 4th gear. I think when it goes between 3rd and 4th.
See, I thought it was 40 miles per hour.
See,
is when it shuts
I-
off.
Because that's where it hits that
Okay.
speed. When it goes between those gears, it clicks itself into 2-wheel drive at the same time.
Even with my depraved boost, I was in Mexico like a week ago or so, and there was a newer Raptor with that V6 twin turbo stuff, and we were at slightly a bit of a roll, and I did the brake boosty bits in Mexico, and even with my low boost count, I left the man back, and he was surprised. But that's going to be the better part, is when it's done.
See, you just gotta watch out for the one that has the R's all over it. Because we have 2. I've seen 2 here. You got
I've
the
seen one
white
of them.
one,
There's a white one.
and then the blue one.
I haven't seen the blue one. I've seen the white one.
There's
Seen
a
the white
blue
one.
There's a blue one. And you're like, oh, there's a Raptor. Oh,
But the nice thing is
like, okay, never mind. How you doing?
Oh, now we're talking about different power stuff. Speaking of power,
It's like you've gone from
A- a-
300 to 800.
a car has just been announced. The
what
C8
kind of car?
The C8 Corvette.
A
ZR,
Corvette?
No.
The ZR1.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
The
talk about.
McLaren
I thought you were gonna talk about the really cool car that got announced.
Well,
the
I-
Maverick Lobo.
I'm not a big fan of the front end, but everything else about it is rad. I really, really,
Love
really
the factory
fucking arrow
arrow
wheels.
wheels.
Yes.
like when you sent me that link to the Faceballs page, and I looked at the comments, and everybody's bitching about the wheels. I was like, these people
Those wheels are
do
the
not understand the greatness of the arrow wheel.
Uncultured swines.
Heathens, all of them. But no, there's C8 ZR1, and keep in mind this is still rear-wheel drive only.
Mm-hmm.
It has no electric motors.
That's the last Corvette bang before
5.5
EVness.
liter twin turbo V8 with forged titanium connecting rods. That makes 1,064 horsepower and 800.
Are we back up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we keep on freezing.
It's coming.
Okay.
Keeps glitching.
But yeah, Merca, we be building shit.
But they do sound good though.
I
They
love
do.
Habitual Line Crosser. He's great.
Well, before we go into our auction car, we do have.
Your soldiers are like bananas. Start out yellow. They start out green, turn yellow, and die in bunches.
We do have 2 other things to talk about.
His name is Franklin.
BBS,
Recaro
but
and
Recaro-
Fanatec.
but Recaro, you saw the thing that I.
Yeah,
I
Recaro is kind of an interesting situation because that's
It-
a division that's built under license.
Yeah, so they're still gonna be producing stuff and all that.
Yeah,
so
like-
it's like they're like, yeah, we're filing bankruptcy, but it's not gonna affect.
Well, that
Anything.
that division,
You're
but
like, okay.
like I said, that division is basically used under license from Daddy Recaro. Daddy Recaro is still there and doing fine,
Mhm.
and it's like that division that's been sold off a couple of times
Yeah.
that's having the problems.
The one that hurts out of that
Okay.
list for me, that's Fanatec. I own Fanatec products. I have to do something about that. Like, I have to now get rid of those because those will no longer be supported. That's hardware that's going to go obsolete.
Yeah.
So, that's unfortunate for me. I feel
Little,
feel a way about
little
that.
cheated
Now-
on that one.
I understand. because Fanatec has always been a premium brand, but they didn't understand how to sell a premium brand correctly. They were always...
And they didn't understand the customer service side of a premium brand.
Correct.
That was everything I read about them. It was like, the products are great,
Until they go wrong.
and then the customer service absolutely sucks
What
balls.
products did they have? Because I don't know what you're talking
Fanatec's the company that made my steering wheel.
about.
They were the first ones to come to market with a direct drive wheel.
Oh, okay.
No,
and
Yeah.
they weren't?
No, they were the first. They were the first company to come to market with like a premium force feedback wheel. Like they were the ones that came out and went, "Listen, this Logitech gear drive. This is child's play. Here's a belt-driven, proper steering wheel that does things a lot better." They were the first ones, and then when that whole setup came out, like the original,
Weren't they the first for load cells on the pedals?
that too, for at least commercially.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that stuff DIY, but commercially, they were the first ones to come out with that. But yeah, premium stuff, not premium customer service, and just their prices were always too high.
Yeah.
For what they were selling, it was too high.
Yeah.
And
So
that's,
they were Apple.
yes, they were the Apple of simulator gear. Especially with the way they like to lock you into stuff.
Yeah.
If you have a steering wheel from them, you have to have their pedals.
Yeah.
Nothing else will work in their system. Nothing else will work in their ecosystem. With like a Logitech wheel, I could have Fanatec pedals, and they would work.
So it's Apple.
It's Apple.
It's Apple.
Yeah. I mean, look at Chrysler, 2008, when, actually, Daimler Chrysler. Daimler kind of pulled a private equity firm move on Chrysler in that they raided them for all the cash they had on hand and saddled them with a bunch of debt and a bunch of shitty products and said, we're out.
Right.
And then Service Capital Management came in and was like, there's some meat left to pick off that bone.
Yep. Then Stellantis came along and went, we can prop that
No,
up
that
for
was
a little
Fiat
while.
Chrysler came along.
Yeah,
and said we
Fiat
can prop-
Chrysler came along and went, we can prop up that corpse for a little bit, use it as a weekend at Bernie's type
Yeah,
of
we
thing.
can bird is that thing. And then all of it got absorbed into Stellantis.
Yeah.
And then that's going
Ask your doctor,
downhill.
Stellantis is right for you.
That's going down the tubes. There's a whole thing with the Italian government and all that shit.
Yeah, there was an announcement where Honda, which is doing EV stuff with GM, is doing some sort of technology sharing thing with Nissan. So there was some automotive writers on both Autopian and I believe the Drive that were saying, hey, maybe Nissan and Honda should get together. And the universal opinion on that is like, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
What is Honda going to get from Nissan? Crappy CVT transmissions?
Yeah. 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 No.
I mean, let's be honest.
No, they'll get a 25-year-old V6.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, Nissan dealerships sell cars to even Dodge dealers would go, nah, we can't do anything for you.
Well, I mean, Nissan at this point is actually facing litigation over predatory financing practices.
It's like they looked at
Dodge is actually facing a lot of backlash right now over their final edition cars
Yeah, because they keep doing them.
because they weren't the final edition.
Yeah,
So people are starting to go, hey,
this is
that's sort of illegal what you did there.
yeah.
And
So
I'm gonna
mine's
want my-
supposed to be the final edition
I'm
built
gonna
on
want my money
Tuesday.
back.
Now this final edition that's red was built on a Wednesday.
But here's
was built on a
Challenger is the
But-
final edition Dodge Challenger Hellcat. It's
But
got
listen,
the
they
most
say-
horsepower. It was built on Tuesdays at
They
2:39.
say that flattery is the best form of imitation, serious form of imitation. Apparently, I've heard, don't sue me, Ferrari's done this for years. We're only going to build a certain number of these cars.
Oh, it's okay. We can't afford a Ferrari, so.
And they
like,
build them, and
We'll have a
there's,
cease and desist on the
and there's
channel.
more of that.
Yeah, we can't talk about Ferrari on here. They'll cease and desist this fucking
So I
channel.
can't Honda swap a F30, 40.
Is
50,
that really a
whatever,
bad thing?
F430.
It would be kind of
I don't know.
hilarious if we actually got a cease and desist letter from Ferrari.
Oh, that would be
That would
framed
be
on
the-
my refrigerator.
We
like,
would have that.
look at
No,
me."
we would have that
Framed.
framed as a backdrop for the show.
No, we would go to a print shop and have a 4x8 sheet of
That's
that
what I'm
thing
saying.
made and put it on a
Right
big ass
there.
piece of plywood, hang it, and have it hanging right there in the background.
With LEDs around it, with a big sign. Look at me!
We got cease and desist from my Ferrari.
So if you're a private equity firm, please buy us.
Yeah, we're not opposed to some. We're absolutely not opposed to some of that sweet, sweet VC money.
I know,
Right.
like Pepsi, the drink of our generation.
I'm genuinely curious. What did Cars and Bids have to turn out? That
Cars and Bids, I found a car that we've not done before. One that visually I really love. I really like the guy's license plate on it. I'll let you
You
guys.
know what it
I'll
is?
let you guys figure it out.
It's an old school Domino's car.
No, I will let you guys figure out the license plate. But not only that, it's a terrible financial decision waiting
Are
to
you
happen.
ready, guys? And
the Cars and Bids car is right.
All right.
Battery!
Battery.
That's a battery.
All right.
Okay, it's German.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
What
a
I
seat.
got here is a
Ooh.
2004 Jaguar XK8 coupe with 16,900 miles, unmodified.
Wood.
Has a few little paint chips here and there, but overall this thing is
Walnut.
really clean. Burlwood.
Skeleton key.
Laminate.
Undercoating.
fake wood.
6-speed
To hide
automatic.
the
So it
rust.
has a 4.2 liter V8, 6-speed automatic. It's a coupe, ebony and charcoal.
Oh, it's a DB7.
Clean Virginia. No.
Yeah, you threw me for a loop
It
there.
broke. Hold on. It's coming back. Wait for it. Wait for it.
You don't like a DB7? Oh,
There
no,
we
it's
go.
a Mitsubishi FTO.
Oh,
Man, that's a really weird looking Ford Taurus.
Yeah, the early 2000s is kind of a weird time for some cars. However, I do dig the guy's license
man.
it
plate.
almost reminds me of what's that one Volkswagen kit car? The Puma? The
Yeah.
front end? The Puma?
Kind of looks like a big cat of some sort. What, like a puma? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that thing.
And that's
No, there's an inside joke there.
that's there's covers. And there's an engine with runners on the intake manifold. That's
Was
an
this-
LS.
Was this supercharged or no?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's got 3 keys, 2 remotes, all the manuals and books, window sticker,
3
all
keys.
service records.
Mhm.
And this seller purchased the car in August of 2021 and has since added approximately 6,000 miles. So had 10,000 when he bought it. There were videos, plenty of pictures.
So he got to put 6,000 miles on it. It broke down. He had to take it to the dealership, and he went, I am selling this car.
Now the only service history it's got is basically just showing regular oil changes.
That's impressive.
It had many regular oil changes. Every 100 miles there was an oil change.
Man, it's only
What
showing
to
2.
think
So
about that?
2 over the course of it is 3,000 miles. It's not bad.
But the
I-
oil
I-
has gone bad by that point.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I really don't like that car.
No, oh no. I think they're fucking hideous.
Ah.
Yeah, like I said, it was a weird time. So that was like part Jaguar, part Ford.
Part Volvo.
Old school
There probably
says
was there probably
48,000.
was some Volvo parts in that thing.
I don't know.
I did catch that.
Thank you. Because I know it's gonna break down on its way to the bring a trailer.
Oh yeah, like I said, these cars are terrible financial decisions.
Oh no, I brought it up on the stream, and the stream broke down. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Mike says 28 grand.
I feel that's very high.
Excessive. Very
Excessively
excessive.
high.
12.
I was thinking 12, like,
12 if it comes with a 90-day warranty.
Cars like that come with one guarantee: if it breaks in half, you own both halves.
Yep.
But some Snoopy mofo might have bought it.
No, he wouldn't have.
No.
Nobody with money is stupid enough to buy one of those cars.
Was it a no reserve car?
Yes, it was a no reserve car, and it has sold. No reserve car, or if it had a reserve, it met or exceeded its reserve. It sold.
I'm gonna go so much higher than I want to.
The only reason why you buy this is to take the wheels and tires off of it and put it on something else.
13.7. Oh, I hurt myself doing that.
6,000, 12,000, 13,700, 28,000. It was 19,000 even.
Wow.
So who got it? You?
I am shocked somebody paid that much money for that. car.
Yeah. No, wow.
Yeah, you were 6.
I'm
were
disgusted by my
13,
decision.
13.
I'm
You were
disgusted.
He said 13,700. So
I'm saying I don't believe you. I'm saying I feel terrible for whatever poor schlub paid
Oh, yeah.
$20,000 for that car.
I wouldn't pay that money for one of these.
That car is one mechanical failure away from being mechanically totaled.
Oh yeah, like I said, those things are bad financial decisions.
Yes.
No, you're doing an oil change. You sneeze wrong. You think you're hurting your back. No, the car's done.
No, it's
the
like,
car's
it's
back's
like, it's like
broken.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters said. I reject your reality and subject my own.
Substituting my
Or
own.
substitute my own. Like, oh.
The only
Somebody
possible
paid that
the only
much money
possible
for that
benefit
car?
the only possible benefit that I can see here is that it's not the supercharged version, which add boost, things break.
Yeah.
So it is less complex than the supercharged car. I mean, the thing is ridiculously clean.
But it is British.
It's British
It
with
will
a
end in a cloud of steam on the side of the highway, whatever way you shake it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is a fluid that will be vaporized coming out of that thing.
Like,
You know what?
I'm
for
depressed. I'm gonna go home sad now.
For
I'm
19
depressed
grand,
that sold for
it
that
might
much.
look okay on the back of a rollback.
Going
I'm
to the guy's house.
At $19,000, there were so many other cars I would have bought.
Exactly.
There are so many other cars I could have bought for $19,000.
Yeah, I want to go home and cry myself
just-
to sleep now. Like seriously.
But
That
yeah,
somebody
like
spent that much money on that.
I said, I figured the price on that one might throw you guys for a little bit of a loop, and I was right.
I really
The
did.
only
Heck,
thing
that's
is,
it, how
I
we
really
spend that.
hope that I'm right about this, is that all that car was for is that's just going into the Jaguar wing. It was just to complete the guy's collection. It was perfect, it was low mileage, it's really nice looking. He can pull it into his shop and park it next to his other
Nerd
Jaguars.
stays.
You said pull it in. No, you're pushing it.
No, it still drives right now. So it'll make it to his shop,
Maybe.
he'll park it, and that's where it breaks down.
Again, maybe. As I said, those cars, they are bad financial
Yes.
Oh my
decisions.
Lanta, that's crazy.
They are one throttle body away from being totaled.
The other upside is there's a lot of Ford stuff in those things.
Yeah, but still.
But still, yeah.
Well, that's
they're-
part of the problem. There's a lot of Ford stuff in those from
yeah,
early
there's-
2000s.
There's a lot
Ford
of late
stuff.
90s, early 2000s Ford stuff in those cars.
And on that depressing note,
Yeah, guess that threw
Yeah.
a moist towel on everything.
Yeah, but you know
no, it's
what?
already moist outside.
We do actually, before the stream goes completely kaput again, we do have a big announcement though.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That
Yeah.
thing.
That thing.
Our next episode is our 6-year anniversary. Bam, 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 bam.
What have we done with our lives?
Absolutely nothing.
This is what we've done.
Yay!
But-
For the past 6 years, every other
But-
Friday we do this.
If I can figure out how to make a design on the website, I would love to put out a limited edition 6-year anniversary shirt with a fire truck and underneath it, not today.
Fuckers.
Well, we probably have to put like
Yeah.
scramble that and all that so people would actually buy it. But I would love to do that for Brian's catchphrase
Yes.
on every single
Fantastic.
damn episode because.
Not today.
It hasn't happened.
I know, not
Literally-
today, fuckers!
Literally not today.
It was not today.
This is the. I really think this is the first episode that fire truck
think
hasn't
you're right.
gone by.
And honestly, the way that Jeep went by earlier,
I'm surprised.
I figured about 2 hills down when he hit the really rough pavement spot. I figured there was going to be some death wobbles going
Yeah.
on, and we might have seen the ambulance. One of them,
Yeah, something.
we got nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, no. If I can figure out how to make a design, I will totally throw that out there, and I'll do it for like cheap too. Like, hey, cost, come on, buy this shirt. So yeah, so that'll be cool. We'll have to come up with something, or I
Yeah.
don't know.
But anyway, join us next time at our 6-year anniversary.
Yay!
Yay!
6 years, guys. So, yeah.
On that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, back to the studio. Have a good night, everybody.
Yay. We've lasted longer than a lot of people's marriages.